of the water. We got Jennings and Carson, ripping lips. We're gonna try to catch them today on this lake. It's gonna be a challenge with 3 people in the boat doing the circle swing that I like to do. But we're gonna give it a shot today. Water's halfway down, might not bite. We don't know. But when you look out across there, you know you're happy when you're going fishing. Hey, y'all don't have a hobby, you need to get into fishing. Because I tell you one thing, it's nothing like loving life and going out here in the lake. Got my buddies with me today and we're gonna have a good time on this lake. Whoa, where you going?
I'm just...
Get out of the way.
I'm swimming.
They're trying to make me fall in the lake right here off the bat. Anyhow, hey, look yonder, ain't that a sight for sore eyes? Y'all girls don't get excited, I know you do when you see these 2 boys. But anyhow, hey, let's go fishing and see what we can do. Let's go. Good morning, folks. Hey, the old Fisherman back with you. We got ripping lips with us this morning, Jennings and Carson, and we're going to try to catch some doggone white perch and bass here this morning on this lake, we hope. And I already got one. Look at that. Look what I'm talking about. Already got one. Huh? Whole Fisherman. Already got one. Huh? A nice jumbo. Old jumbo magnum perch. Huh? What? Look at that, folks. Look at that, folks. Huh? Put him in the... We ain't got a drum today because we got company. And we company. Drums in the way. But we're going to drop it back out to the bottom with a big boy's life. Hey, folks. Jennings got one out the back of the boat. We got a few fish on us now. Ought to be getting a bite. They following it up. They're out here a little deeper. 33. There's your fish right there. Hey,
Got a bass?
No, ain't no bass, not yet. Most of my bass come as I'm bringing them up. Two at a time. Lake Monticello, loving life. Look at that.
We can't have them catch 2 at a time.
2 at a time. Carson got one.
Boy, Carson? Here, I got you. Good one?
That's a big one.
Woo!
That's a big one.
Uh-oh.
That's a big one.
You flung your jig off there, didn't you?
Probably slung a minnow. Can't see if I turn it off. How you know it's on?
I'm looking at it.
You see the white button?
Oh, another minute.
See, we're not catching the size I've been catching either. We're catching the little ones. That's the problem. "29 foot. There you go.
That's a good one.
Why did you go?
You want me to throw it back?
Small one.
Carson got a nice one out the back of the boat, folks. Got a nice one. Here you go, Jennings. Ain't got no bass, he's got 2 perch.
You need me to net him? You got it. guys. Perch got 2.
27 foot, I'm seeing fish. Turn to my camera. Carson's got one in the back of the boat. He got a good one. We dropped on the fish.
Here, I got you.
We dropped on the fish. It was a drove of them down there. Don't reel it so fast, you might get another one.
I got a bass.
I know, might get another bass.
Yes, sir. Yep. Do I need to get mine in? Yep. I got it. Good bass. Good bass. Now you're running back this way.
That's weird.
I gotta get ready to get it.
Get him. Nice one.
Good one.
Nice one.
Good one.
Bit that orange tail.
Yep. Nice one. I knew I was on them.
Make sure to show our camera that.
We still on them?
Yeah. Maybe not like they were, but it's still something else. That's a good one.
How deep are we sitting?
29. They ain't gonna hit straight up and down, but they down there. Look at that, what a fish Carson got.
What did you say? You gotta pretend that there's a fish looking at that lure?
Yeah.
And you gotta make them bite.
Carson got a nut. Let him sit down a little bit. If it's a perch.
He's coming up.
Coming up because they don't want no bass to get him.
Yeah, I think he is a bass.
I don't think it's no bass.
Maybe a small bass.
Carson got one in the back. Again, perch, big perch. Ooh, you wound it too far up, you're gonna break your rod like that. He got a nice one there, you see him. Jennings got one in the back. We just caught a couple and they ain't real big perch. Hopefully they're gonna get bigger. I'm getting bumps and can't catch them. They bumping mine, but I ain't catching.
That was a bass. I think. No.
Carson got one.
Good piece of perch.
Oh, you got my line. Oh, Lord.
Hold on.
That's a big perch, huh? I don't know how we're going to get unhooked. Get the fish off.
Yeah, I got you.
Good morning, folks. Hey, the old Fisherman back with you again. We just dropped down the first drop and caught a fish. That's always sometimes a good sign. Hey, we got a white perch on here this morning. We're using the Charlie Brewer's 3-inch slider jigs on all 3 of them on this rod. I got 3 different rods rigged up 3 different ways. But right now we're using the Charlie Brewer slider jigs, 3-inch. A couple of them bit off about a 1/2 inch, but hey, we back at it again. We had 2 wonderful days of perch fishing and bass fishing. We caught the biggest bass we caught in a while yesterday, almost 9 pound. And hopefully we can get some more big bass today. And the perch seem to be here. We're using our 7-foot Shimano rod this morning. We're using, hey, we got a nice one on. I ain't even got the net ready. Bear with me a little bit here. We're using a 8-pound test on our main line, 12-pound test in between our 3 jigs with fluorocarbon red label line. And we got what? 3 at a time. Already. Look at that. 3 at a time. Hey, 3 at a time this morning. Look at that. Huh? You see it? 3 at a time already this morning. You can't beat that. And jumbo magnums, 2 of them. So, hey, they're hitting a 3-inch slider jig good. Actually, all 3 of them is nice. All 3 of them is nice. But, hey, we're trying out a different rod today. I used a 7'6" yesterday. I'll show you what we got. We got an 1/8 ounce Orca head with a 3-inch slider jig, different colors. Hey, we got a 3-inch slider jig here with an Orca head. And then we got a little bit bigger head here, and I don't even know the name of that head, but it's got a little barb sticking out. But anyhow, we got a lid right above the the bottom jig. And it's 12-pound test fluorocarbon in between them lines. In case we get a bass, they won't break off as bad. You get 2 or 3 big bass, they'll probably break off. Oh, hey, they biting. They biting today. Hey, I like to feel this little rod too. A little bit limberer than the H2O Express rod I've been using. Got a little bit of bend on the end, but that's a nice perch right there, people. That is a jumbo magnum right there. Huh, we're gonna catch them again today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We're gonna catch them again today on this lake. Drop it to the bottom where the big boys lie. I had Carson over to eat dinner with me last night. We had hamburger steak. Carson, good boy. All right, let's see if we can get them nothing. I like to have him fishing with me, but they got to work today. They cutting grass, him and Jennings. Boys got to make some money by all these fishing plugs they want. They all the time over there trying to bum something off of me. Them boys are. Look at that. Hey, that's a bass. That's a bass. You notice how I done a circle and that thing kind of just made a little whip down there and that fish hit it? That's what happened. That's a bass. Here he comes. He comes. He comes. Oh my, look at that rod. Look at that rod. Look at that rod. Oh my, look at that rod. People, he's pulling. I mean pulling. I love this rod. This rod's nice. This 7 foot's better than a 7.6. Look at him, what a bass. And a big old perch, my goodness sakes. Look at him. Look at him. If I can get him up, my goodness, I got to reel down some more. Huh? Look at this bass. Big old perch and a big old bass. What? I can't get him up. He's pulling drag. What? Y'all see that big old slab perch? This fish hit me. This fish hit me. He don't want to come up. That's a pulling joker, right? They pull like a smallmouth. My goodness. Oh my. Huh? He pulled like a small. Oh, we done caught another one. Another one done come up. Another one just hit that. We got 2 bass on in a perch now. Just a while ago, you see it was at the top of the water digging in there. Look at him. Look at him. 2 bass on a perch. Look at him. If we get them, it'll be a miracle. Well, a miracle just happened. 3 at a time. 2 bass and a perch. You have got to love it. Oh my. I didn't have but 1 perch and a bass. He got up top of the water. He kept digging down. Apparently some more bass followed him up and crushed it. Hey, I hold the 2 bass up. I can't hold a perch up. Look at that. 1 time. Folks, that's what you call catching fish right there. Huh? You got to love it. And I'm gonna hold a perch. A perch is as big as they get. Look at him. Look at him. If I can get it. If I can get it. Look at him. Same time, folks. Same time. You got to love it. The old fisherman doing it again. And they done tore my jig off. They done tore my jig off. Huh? I'm gonna throw him back over here. They done throw my jig off. Huh? Done tore this jig up. Oh my. Look here. You know I don't like to throw them back right here on top of where I'm catching right at first, so we're gonna put them in this drum for a few seconds. But anyhow, hey, jumbo magnums, that's all I got to say. Jumbo magnums. That just goes to show how deadly 3 jigs can be. When they get to dancing around out there, them fish cannot stand it. They will take it. Now they tore one of my jigs slam off. We're going to have to put another jig on, some sort. Is what we're going to have to do. Figure out what we want to put on. Bear with me. We're going to put on, and I used it yesterday. I caught that big bass on motor oil glitter bug. Motor oil glitter bug is what I caught that big bass on yesterday. That big bass. Hey, we're gonna try it a while. We got a pretty good little wind here this morning. Hey, let's put it on right quick. Y'all see what happened? Y'all see what can happen. Doggone bad. When you got multiple jigs, you got a chance catching multiple fish. Who would want to fish with 1 plug if you can fish with several plugs and catch more than 1 time? My question. I've been doing it for years. I'm just telling everybody what to do now. I've been catching these fish like this for years and not sharing it. And now, in my old age, I'm sharing some of my secrets. And I hope you folks appreciate it, because let me tell you, I'm introducing you to another world of fishing. Another world not many people know a lot about. Deep water fishing. The old fisherman's been doing it all his life. And let me tell you, there's an art to it, and it works. It works. The slanting of that line, the way you position the boat is the key. That's the key. See that? Oh Lord, I missed him. He thumped. I missed him. Nothing hit it. That bass hitting that, I think. If we get a slant this time, we'll get one. There he is. Oh, and I missed him. He hit it. Hey, he hit it. He hit it. All right, drop it down. We're going to get some more. There's plenty of them down there, 29 foot of water, and all I got to do is reel it, I believe. I don't know. You never know. I'll put that other jig on. They might not like that today. Yesterday it was cloudy, and I caught them on that. So, uh-oh, you see what happened. They knocked my jig up. Messed my jig up. What he's doing. It's the only thing I don't like about that yellow head. It's got one old metal prong holding the jig, and it will twist around sometimes. And then when you try to rehook it, it kind of messes your jig up. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I'm giving it a shot. Actually, that flat slider slider jig, Charlie Brewer, can't talk this morning, is I think the best head for them bass. That joker, it's the way it's built, and them doggone bass can't stand that flat head. I'm telling you, I don't know what it does, if it glides more or what, but they can't stand it. They love that doggone big Charlie Brewer flat black head. I got them on my other rod. I ain't have but 2 of them left. I need to get some more. If you hadn't tried Charlie Brewer jigs, go to charliebrewerfishing.com and you better make you an order. Them 3-inch jigs are wonderful. They're just wonderful for bass. I'm telling you, in this lake. And I'm sure they're any lake. Rockfish, bass, what have you. All right, we got to get back on them. All right, folks, we're right back at you. Got back out in position. Let's see if we can get one. I don't see a lot of them, but there's some laying right on the bottom. See if we can stir them up. They lay right flat on that bottom. You might not see them till they stir up. And they'll stir up ever so often. And that's what you got to do. You got to stir them up. Make that circle swing, get them excited, get a fish on, and then they all want to go to feed, like a goldfish in a goldfish pond. Once a couple of them starts biting, feeding, they think it's like throwing out food. But until then, if they ain't biting, they're just laying there on the bottom. They ain't doing nothing, waiting for something to come by to put them in a feed. Old bass, they'll lay down there and not do nothing, and every 15, 20 minutes, a shad comes by, they go to feeding. And that's the way they are. Got out of them now. That was a bite. That was a bite. There they come. There they come. They can't stand that. I think you could throw the flutter spoon down there and put your flutter spoon on a bigger rod with some jigs on it. I done it last year, and it stirs them up. That flutter spoon makes noise and dangles and goes on, and they'll come in and hit that thing. You might catch a real big bass on a flutter spoon. In fact, I got one on. I might throw it down there to try it after a while, just the heck of it. But it's hard to do it when they hit shad here, but they will hit big spoons because they hit white perch too. But what you want to do is pull it up real slow, just like that bass hit at the top of the water. You never know when a bass is going to come up after that perch. You never know. And yesterday was cloudy, to hit that motor oil color. Now today, they ain't hitting it, that orange. But anyhow, hey, that's the way it is. Day to day, you got to adjust, adapt, and that's what it's all about. Your intuition, your fishing knowledge comes out. In the pages of that book, Prior Fishing Trips, you remember that stuff. And you remember what it took to catch them, is what you remember. There he is. Look yonder, look yonder, look yonder. There he is. Ain't but one though, some reason. Ain't but one, but he's a good one. He's a good one. I think we're gonna have to go with a lighter jig in that middle one. I ain't catching nothing on it. Probably need to put a baby bass color or a Tennessee shad color, something like that on it. There he goes. There he goes. See if we can get a nut. Shake it around, see if we can get a nut. See if we can get a nut to bite it. Oh my, that might be another bass. Hey, nice two big old perch. Look at that. Look at that, what a perch. Got him on that dark color. Look at that. Huh, look at that. Doggone nice ones, ain't they? Hey, day. Calm down, boy. Calm down. Now, got that on that dark one. Hey, this might be where they at, right? Whichever place they at on that line is the reason they biting certain ones. There's two nice ones right there. Hey, two nice ones. See if we can get another out there. Holy Monticello. We loving life. We had a good week this week so far, and it's just Wednesday. All right, drop it out. Where the big balls lie. Yeah. Oh, he hit it. They down there. When I go to pull that jig up, they come up off the bottom. There he is. There he is. See if we can get a nut and hit it. I don't believe we get, well, there might be a nut. I don't know. No, it ain't but one big one. Look at that. One big one. Hey, day, one big one. Get it back out, old fisherman. Thanks to all my fans again. Hey, we're getting close to 9,000. Hope we get that next week or so, and then I hope in about another month or so we get the rest, the 10,000 mark, the plateau, and then the next plateau after that's 100,000. So hey, we're doing better. There goes a nice one. There goes a nice one. There goes a nice one. Oh my, there goes a nice one. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, they look at that. Hey, that ain't so big. We're gonna throw him back, but we're gonna throw him way out yonder. We're gonna throw him way out yonder. That needs to be eatable. See, we ain't nothing. Hey, rod's feeling good. Carson and Jennings comes over to watch me clean fish. They don't do nothing. They just watch. They sit in chairs and watch me work. And then they want to take the fish home after I done caught them and cleaned them. I don't want them to do with them boys. Because I sure would like to have some filleted perch for supper. Let me clean them and then take them. I don't want them to do with them boys. I love them. I guess that's what I'll do. We'll just keep loving them. Helping them out. Trying to help them out. Again, if you hadn't gone to Average Handyman Clay Cumberlander, he's moving in the process of moving now. He just hadn't made a new video, but he's going to start making some how-to videos. That's his kind of thing. He's not a real fisherman, but he's a handyman. He can do about anything. I taught the boy well, and I taught him how to do electrical work, and then he went and got an electrical degree, a nuclear degree, and a mechanical degree, and he works at VC Summer as a nuclear, soon to be a licensed operator, we hope. He's on the verge, in training. I'm so proud of him, proud of my Adams. My son Adam works for GIS, background checks. And hey, if you hadn't seen The Average Handyman, you need to look at it. I know you enjoy it. And of course, you know, don't forget RIP N, that's R-I-P, the letter N, lips. It's a lot of ripping lips, but not rip in, letter N, rip lips. Uh-oh, that's a nice one. That ain't hit it on the way down. That might be a bass, I don't know. Hey, whatever it is, it's pulling. I can tell you that much. It's pulling. I think it's perch, just big old perch. Ain't no bass, I don't think. Two perch, huh? Two perch. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Two perch. Love catching these perch. We'll catch these for a while, and then we're gonna go to Lake Murray and try to catch some doggone stripers. But the problem with that is, it's the 5 limit now. And I don't like going out there and going through all that work to catch 5 fish and go home. I'd rather come over here or Lake Murray. You can catch these perch in Lake Murray the same way. You need to go up the river area though to catch these perch like this in Lake Murray. From Billy Dry Island up the river, Macedonia, that's your best area. More shad up that way, more herring down my way in the clear water toward West Sanker Island, the dam. So you got to imitate a herring down there, imitate a shad up the river area. And you can catch these perch just like this up the same way. I don't know about the bass now. These bass over here are unique bass. They get deep water, just like the bass in Lake Murray get on points, herring, spawn. These bass get on the deep water humps points for the shad spawn is what they're doing. Folks, that's big perch. Hey, we catching some beautiful fish. Just blessed to be out here, blessed and know it. I know I'm blessed. Thank dear Lord for letting me stay on. But it sure ain't thinking if I taking Deborah. I don't know what his reason was. I can't question that. But it sure has really put a toll on me. I don't mind telling you. It's a toll on me. Almost 6 months and I'm still have flashbacks. It's tough. This fishing's the only way I'm getting through this. Only way. If I didn't have fishing, I don't know, it'd be bad. But right now we got fishing and we loving life. We trying to love life as good as we can without Miss Deborah. Anyhow, special lady. Folks, when they're gone, you realize how special they were. You take them for granted. A lot of times people, they get in a marriage and you just start, you get used to everything and you start taking everything for granted. You don't need to do that because when they're gone, you realize how important they was. But anyhow, hey, we're going to get back to fishing. 3 at a time and I can't pick them up, people. I can't pick them up with this rod. This rod's too limber. This rod is way too limber. And we're going to try to pick them up, them big fish. Look at that. 3 at a time, Lake Monticello, loving life. Great day. Huh, great day. That's all I can say. Them good ones too. That right there's a heavy perch. That was 3 pounds almost right there in that lift. 3 pounds. Look at that. Hey, they're killing it, ain't they? Man, I love this time. This time of year, you can't beat it. It's better than wintertime perch fishing. When they get on these doggone shad, it is something. Them schools of shad is down there, and they swimming around, and when one attacks, the rest of them attack, and they gather up around a school of shad, and they eat them. Is what they do. Every one of these fish has been slammed full of shad, and they eat them. And this doggone 3 jigs here, you could get by with more jigs, but let me tell you, I don't know if you can get by if you catch 3 big bass on it one time. It's bad enough with these 3 jigs. You get 5 or 6 jigs, then you're gonna break something off. So, and then your rod ain't gonna be able to pick it up. So, you know, I like to use light tackle. So about 3 is the limit with this kind of fishing. See if we can get a nothing. I tell you, it's fun. There he is. Look at that. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. Moon's going back. I'm surprised they're biting that good with the moon going back like that. There he is. But they biting, I tell you that. They biting. We're just gonna let them collect up down there. What we gonna do? Like a trot line swimming through the water with jigs on it. What? Hey, y'all see it? Y'all see it? Look at that. 3 at a time again, but hey, one of them's little so I can pick them up. When you get 3 big ones, they hard to pick up. We got 1 big one and 2 small ones at a time. That one right there's a big one. Pound. About a pound. That's how big. About a pound. This I'll throw back right here. It's a throwbacker, but he swallowed it. I don't know if I'll be able to throw him back or not. He swallowed it. We might throw him back. All right. Throw it to the bottom. Where the big boys lie. Loving life. Look around. Look at the scenery. Check out the clouds. Check out the blue sky. Check out the half moon. And think about life. Think about where you want to be next year. Think about making a change to get there. Think about it. If you don't think about it, make a plan, you don't work the plan, you'll never get there. Think about what you want to do. Instead of just going by your everyday routine and not even thinking ahead. Think about life. How precious it is. Because it is precious. Think about how good you feel if you feel good. Listen, I heard all the time. I try to take it out of my mind. Arthritis, bad ankle, bad shoulders. But I try to put it out of my mind. Don't think about it. Don't dwell on your pain. Dwell on your joy. That's all I can say. Dwell on your joy. And then that'll put you in a better mood, and hopefully that might help with your pain. Mentally it does. Pain might not go away, but you can deal with it if your mind's in the right place. Dealing with pain is an art, just like fishing. You got to focus on something you love doing to be able to get through it. That's what I'm doing with the loss of Deborah. I'm focusing on something I love doing to be able to get through it. All right, these fish should calm down a little bit. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to beat the boat. I ain't got too deep is what it is. What we're going to do is we're going to turn around here, and I'm going to get in position. I'm going to get right back with y'all. We'll get right back with you, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. All right, folks, we pull back in here on the ridge, about 30 foot, and it gets shallow as we're going in. And I'm starting to see a few bass on the bottom, is what they are, bass. Might be some perch in there too, but I'm seeing a few bass. A lot of times they'll swim right off the bottom a little bit, and you pick them up on the fish finder with a perch and lay down so low to keep them bass from drawing attention to them bass. They don't want to draw attention to them like something wrong with them, and there he is. If them perch is down there and they draw them bass attention that something's wrong with him, they'll reach up there and eat them. There's some big bass in this lake, probably a lot of 10-pounders. And they will reach up there and grab him, and that's what they'll eat for dinner is that perch. So, them perch know that. That's why a lot of times your bigger perch is up suspended, the little perch has got to hang tight to the bottom. Drop down there with worms, catch all them little baby perch. The bigger perch are up. We're in 29 foot of water, sun's bright, got a little breeze. And the fish seem to be biting okay. A lot of people be catching fish like this be better than okay. But hey, they seem to be feeding. I'm getting bites, is what I'm trying to say. And it's just a matter of time before we hook up on another big largemouth. I'll tell you that right now. A matter of time. Hey folks, drop down and got another on. I think it's a perch. The wind's really getting up. Fish kind of quit for a little bit. It's kind of turned off. I don't know why. Might be the sun. Might not be. But they kind of quit a little bit. Trying to get back on them. Moving off the side. I'm thinking they might have went out deeper. We're going to keep aggravating these fish we catch. We on the mother lode right here, 28 foot. We on the nest of them under there. There you go. We got him that time. That's a bass. That's a bass. That's a bass. What? Oh my. That is another bass. Show as the world. Oh my. That's a good one. That might be several bass. Hey, day. Put it on spotlight. Hold that spot. That's a good one. He's stirring around. We liable to get 2 or 3 on this one if they don't break off. Great day. That ain't no baby unless it's several. I just hope they don't break. That 12, you got to have a right knot. Sometimes I can't see it. My knots don't work out. That's a good fish right there. If it ain't more than one, it's one big one, I can tell you that. It's one big one coming up. We're gonna see him in a minute. We're gonna see him in a minute. Get the net ready. Get this net ready. I don't know what we got here. Get this net ready. I know we got at least one big bass. Might not have but one. I don't know. I don't know what we got. Oh, we got two bass. I see two. Oh Lord, I see two bass and a perch. We got both of the bass. We're going to pull the perch up. Look at him. Oh my gosh. What? Let's get the perch off first, folks. Oh my. What? What a doggone mess we got here. Hey, we got a perch on the bottom, two bass on the top. See that? Look at here. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Look at here. Two bass, postponing bass on Lake Monticello, and we loving life. Let me tell you, look at that, huh? Let me tell you, we loving life. Two at a time. That is 4.5. That's 2.5. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. All right, folks, we're back in here. Let's see if we can catch us another. Oh Lord, one hit it. One hit it already. Nothing hit it. There's some fish in here. 30 foot now. They will not hit it straight up now. We got to put a slant on it. We got to put a slant on it. There he goes. There he goes. Old perch. We changed over to a Tennessee shad colored jig on the Charlie Brewer 3-inch at the bottom. Took that dark color off because of bright sunshine. See if that makes a difference. I love to mix and match. You can tell what's going on when you do that. Hey folks, we moved down a little bit on the back side of this ridge, 36 foot. See if we can find something in here. I'm gonna tap the boat a little bit, see if we can stir something up, make something bite. There he goes. Followed it up and nailed it. Followed it up and nailed it. Sure did. White perch, good one too. Green ghost, got the green ghost on now. You know how good that green ghost is. Always good. Green ghost. So we get them done. A lot of times these fish will get off of these sides of these things and suspend and not be in shallow water, but they be shallow, but suspended shallow. There goes a nice one. There goes a nice one. There goes a nice one. Hey, there goes a nice one. Nothing wrong with him. Jumbo Magnum. Two of them. Nah, one of them's a little one of them's a nice one. But we got two of them. One of them's a throwbacker. Alright, drop it back down. To the bottom. Oh, at a big ball. See if we can find them again. There he is. There he is. If we catch one, might stir them up. That has happened a lot. That's a fairly good sized perch, but he hit the Tennessee shad colored Charlie Brewer is what he hit. They bumping that. There he is. Got him that time. Got him that time. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Maybe that'll stir something up. That's a nice fish. Nice perch right there. Two of them. Two of them. One nice one, one small one. They hit the lighter colored jigs though. That's what they hit. Lighter colored jigs. back out. Oh Lord, I ain't in the groove like I ought to be. I need to get my spirits changed here. I need to get excited. When I get excited, that's when things happen. Hey, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Maybe we're stirring him up now. Hey, look at that rod bend. Look at that rod bend. Doggone rod. Hey, he got him on the dart jig, and that's a big one. That's a good one right there. That's a good one right there. What? That's a good one. Look at that. That's a nice perch. Hop back down. We got a few coming in now. Stirring them up. Making them bite. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to get them going. That's the way it is. Lay down there. We'll catch one probably as soon as we go to pull it. He's bumping at it. He's bumping at it. He ain't taking it, but he's bumping at it. There he is. Got him that time. Got him that time. Got him that time. Not a monster. Boy, he's a nice one though. He's a good one. Look at that. It's a doggone big old jumbo. Jumbo Magnum, people. Better known as the old Fisherman Big Fish. Jumbo Magnum. We named them that. I'm proud of that name. Jumbo Magnum. Loving life with the old Fisherman. Glad y'all could go on the trips with me and spend that I share with you. My fishing trips, my life. That's basically what I'm doing, sharing my life. My life is fishing right now, that's about it. That's about it. I'm gonna tell you, y'all see when I got it on spotlight, holding it like that, we don't catch nothing. We got to pull it. We got to pull this boat and we got to make it happen. It's not gonna happen just sitting there. You got to make it happen. Now work them jigs in your pattern and your method, and that's circling to make them bite. When I pull out there and start doing that, we get a bite every time. We start fishing up and down and not paying attention to what we're doing, we don't catch it. That's what it is. That's how I do it. I make it happen. I make them go on a feed when they really don't want to, is what it amounts to. They're not used to seeing something going around in circles and all different directions and all that stuff. They're not used to seeing that. Only a crippled shad in there. So we circling this boat right now as I speak. We're gonna get a bite too. Confidence is what it takes, and you got to believe in what you're doing. And when you believe, most of the time it happens. Most of the time, not all the time, but you got to still believe. There he is. Oh, he's bumping it, but they ain't taking it. I ain't too sure these are big fish. These are little fish. There he is. Oh, missed him again. Little fish grabbing my jig. What it is. We got fish down there, but they don't want to bite. I see them stirring up off the bottom every time I pull the jig up. They don't want to bite. There he is. We got him that time. That change in direction got him. He couldn't stand it. That doggone jig going back and forth down there, he could not stand it. And he's a good one too. Hey, he's a good one. We got him on the bass jig, big jig. Drop back down to the bottom where the big boys lie. Hey folks, pull over to the side over here about 200 yards from where I've been catching them, and hey, we finally got another bite. It's a jumbo magnum. In fact, we got 2 of them. Hey, maybe they moved around. Uh-oh. We done had one break off. We had 3 of them. One just broke off. Ain't that something? Maybe they moved around now. Went to another area. But we done had one break off on this rod. We're going to have to put another rod out there. We ain't got 2 jigs. I like fishing with 3 jigs. So we're going to have to put this rod up and gather another rod. See what happens. Drop it back down. We just latched onto a super dog magnum bass. I was trolling across there going to another area and one nailed it. And it's a big old bass. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's coming up. Oh Lord, he's coming up. We held it down though, thank God. If you don't hold that rod down in the water and they go to jump, if you got it up there, then 9 out of 10 times they'll spit it out. You got to put your rod down in the water to keep that head pulled down as tight as you can to the water. That's a good bass. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. See how I laid that rod back down, keep spitting it? We got it. Look at that bass, folks. Look at that. Hey, he's a good one. He's all beat up. Look how black that joker is. Got black spots all over him. Here's Charlie Brewer. This dude right here.